sana, tamu sana is tamu sana. Some older leaders were in Larry constituency, Kiambu County. And this is the kind of a reception some of them were given.
MP wako kwenda kuwaona na mlata wako.
Yes. What does that mean politically? Looking at that short clip, it's very clear that the Uda Brigade is finding it hard in Larry, Kiambu County, maybe to convince those residents. Because we know that they were there for campaigns. So it seems to appear that their campaign message is not resonating well with the residents of Kiambu, and in this case, Larry constituency. And there are three reasons that can explain that. The first reason, I'm seeing a Mount Kenya population that is waking up to the reality that Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto are actually not together. And I'm saying that because all along, I strongly believe that the mountain has been embracing William Ruto because they believed that William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta were actually together and that they were just playing Raila Amolo Odinga. Because upon Raila and Uhuru shaking hands, William Ruto's side and brigade, they were trying to paint a picture that Uhuru Kenyatta was just playing Raila Amolo Odinga, after which he will eventually just throw his weight behind William Ruto. And that was really resonating well with a majority of Mount Kenya residents. They could not just fathom William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta parting ways. But just 7 months to the election, reality is actually dawning on them that Uhuru and Raila are actually political allies, and Uhuru and William Ruto are now political enemies. And that explains why Mount Kenya, Kiambu, and in this case Larry, is becoming hostile to UDA, William Ruto and his brigade. And that is so because our politics is largely ethnic based. If you identify with my ethnic kingpin, most definitely I will support you. If you hate my ethnic kingpin, I will most definitely hate you. That's exactly what is happening on the mountain. And then secondly, I'm seeing an UDA brigade, or rather Tanga, lacking ideas to tell to the people, or rather to sell to the people. They don't have a concrete agenda that they can actually sell to the people. Because all along, their agenda, their narrative revolved around Raila phobia on the mountain. You just had to abuse Raila on the mountain to remain relevant on the ground. But as the reality that Uhuru and Raila are actually now political allies, that Raila phobia on the mountain is fading out, is actually dying out. But all along this William Ruto and his brigade, they were just using that to remain relevant on the mountain. Now that that phobia is dying out, they are left with no option. They don't have agenda. They must go back to the drawing board to actually come with an alternative narrative. So it seems to appear again that William Ruto's brigade and even William Ruto himself, they don't have a concrete agenda or narrative that they can sell to the people. The narrative they have been selling to the people is now not palatable to residents of Mount Kenya. And that is so because Uhuru and Raila are now political allies. And then thirdly, I'm also seeing a mountain that is now open to other potential candidates. I'm seeing a mountain that is now not locked. You know, some few months ago, it was all about UDA on the mountain, all about UDA and William Ruto. That was the case on the mountain. And some few months ago, William Ruto used to enjoy a near fanatical support on the mountain. But from recent opinion polls that have been done there, it's very clear that William Ruto's popularity is fast fading and declining on the mountain. As I talk right now, William Ruto's popularity is about 55, 56, 58%. But some few months back, William Ruto had a popularity of about 90% of the mountain. So it's very clear that Ruto's popularity in Mount Kenya is declining, and that decline in William Ruto's popularity is just exposing the mountain as a battleground. And it's a battleground that I know will change in the coming days, because just some few days ago, Uhuru Kenyatta declared it's now politics time and let's play politics. And that was seen as a way Uhuru Kenyatta was telling William Ruto that let them meet on the ground, on the mountain. So I'm seeing a mountain that, as I talk right now, is turning out to be a battleground. But as Uhuru Kenyatta will go in there to talk to his people, I'm seeing a mountain that will tilt towards Uhuru Kenyatta and towards Raila Amolo Odinga. And by August, ladies and gentlemen, I won't be very much wrong to conclude that a majority of Mount Kenya residents, a near fanatical majority, will most definitely align themselves to Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's camp. And that will be an actual blow to William Ruto's presidential bid. Because all along, William Ruto was relying on the mountain vote to actually make a serious stab at the presidency. Because if we look at all the previous presidential elections, Jubilee has been winning on the mountain and also in the Kalenjin Rift Valley. And without the mountain vote, William Ruto's presidential bid is just a mirage. It's just a shell. Because without the mountain vote, about 75% to 80% of the support William Ruto currently enjoys. If you remove the mountain vote, you are removing about 75% of William Ruto's support. So that's also a proof, ladies and gentlemen, that in this year's election, we might just find William Ruto only successfully managing to get votes from his Kalenjin ethnic community. And that's largely what we have been seeing from previous presidential elections. A candidate contesting for the presidency for the very first time. Previous election results have shown clearly well that that candidate only gets votes from his ethnic community unless that candidate is supported by the government. Raila tried it in 97. He only managed to get votes from his ethnic community. Though Raila, over a period of time, has slowly built his political brand and Raila is now having support across the country. We saw Kalonzo, he only managed to get votes from his Kamba community. We also saw Ngilu, only managed to get votes from his Kamba community. Uhuru Kenyatta tried it, but because he was being supported by the government, he got votes largely from the area the president was coming from, that is Rift Valley, because Uhuru Kenyatta was being supported by Moi. And in 2002, Uhuru Kenyatta largely got votes from Kalenjin community simply because of the late President Daniel Arap Moi. So a candidate contesting for the presidency for the very first time, that candidate only tends to get votes from his ethnic community. And 2022 will not be any way different. I'm seeing a situation where William Ruto will most definitely, without any doubt at all, he will successfully get votes from his Kalenjin ethnic community. And I'm also saying that because also we saw Musalia Mudavadi joining hands with William Ruto. But you find that upon Mudavadi joining hands with William Ruto, the ground in Western all of a sudden became very hostile to Musalia Mudavadi. And even the leaders who were supporting Musalia Mudavadi decided now to dump Musalia Mudavadi to join Azimio. And even the leaders who were supporting William Ruto before even Musalia joined him, the likes of Tinda Mwale, Titus Amala, even now dumped William Ruto for Azimio. In my considered opinion, that's just fate trying to actually put things in their natural order. Fate has it that a candidate contesting for the presidency for the very first time, that candidate, unless you are supported by the government, that candidate only gets votes from his ethnic community. And we are seeing a repeat of that in 2022 presidential election. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, we shall also see such kind of instances so many times as August approaches. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, in case you've just bumped here and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly tap on the subscription button and also on the notification bell to receive a notification anytime we upload a new video. And to our fans, our subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. In case you have a video that you feel it's worth analyzing and discussing here, you can send it through my WhatsApp number and we shall exactly analyze and discuss it in this forum. Otherwise, God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana. Yes.